us one of the founders of Racket Nation Philippines, Ralph Santos. Welcome to the Scorecard. Thank you so much for, taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and talk to us about your brainchild, Racket Nation. And congratulations on your tournament for today. It was very successful. I had so much fun watching all of the games. Now, tell us more about Racket Nation, Ralph. What was your vision when you were discussing this with your other co-founders for Racket Nation?
Initially, what we wanted to do was put together a group of juniors and help them and coach them, and actually at the same time find elite coaches that can support these juniors. And what we found was it was actually very limited. There's groups and organizations that help juniors,
right?
But what we wanted to do was bring that together into an academy, and hopefully one day, our vision is in the next 24 months to create that academy, have a facility for them, house them in there, provide the international education, put them under scholarship. I think coaching and competition is still a little bit higher in other countries like the US and in Europe. So what we'd like to do is once they're done in our academy and we've provided the footprint, if you will, to allow them to go to the international schools, then that's where they can truly elevate and then become, that ranking. Because at the end of the day, I don't think we've had any top 20, top 50 yet in the world. And what we're trying to do is change that.
So that's your goal?
Vision.
A top 20, top 50 in the world.
Hopefully, if we can gather all the organizations that support junior programs and work together to establish that, then that's a game plan that we'd like to set forward for sure.
That is amazing. So you guys really had a full-fledged plan coming into this when you guys were already founding Racket Nation. Now, you seem very passionate about tennis, Ralph. Where does your love for tennis come from? Were you a player before? Maybe you can walk us through that journey, that life of yours back in the day.
I played tennis in Canada, so I was a junior player there. And I couldn't really increase my level in playing while I was there because lack of funding.
Right.
And I was going through controversial stuff there because, I was a foreigner. And even though I was playing good quality tennis, I wasn't getting the sponsorships or wasn't even getting looked at. And that's when I got frustrated with the game. I actually quit for 40 years.
40?
And the only reason why I got back into it is because of our children, and which are behind me right now playing, and they got addicted to it. Lizelle, Arkin, and Lara, they're addicted to tennis. But at the same time, if I do it, it's not going to have the same impact because I want them to have the environment, the social atmosphere, and the camaraderie with other kids. Because for me, when I played, I was by myself or I was with a friend. And that wasn't enough, aside from the financial. But when the financial, which is completely abandoned, playing by myself was even more difficult because I couldn't really improve my quality of tennis. So that's one of the reasons why I gave up. For my kids, I want them to have the tennis, the community, the environment, the quality of training, and grow that with wherever they go, be it in the Philippines, and hopefully I can get them into the States to compete and play, then their quality will improve. And if they want to continue, I'm happy. And then from there, that's how I kind of spiraled into a group of our friends who are also addicted to tennis.
Right.
And then we just started, forming this and having the vision to support outside of the family. Right. Initially, it was a bit, for the family and our kids, but then we saw these other kids who have potential. And then we saw that the kids in the provinces also are amazing players.
Exactly.
So we want to support the grassroots as well.
Grassroots. I agree. As a tennis lover myself, there are so many incredible tennis athletes here in the Philippines, but they don't have the accessibility to a lot of the tools needed to maximize themselves as a player, right? That's why I really I commend you guys for even thinking about the grassroots program, because I feel like that is kind of what is lacking here in the Philippines, not only for tennis players, but a lot of our athletes here in the Philippines as well. Now, take me back to that moment, that idea, that light bulb moment when you and your wife Lizelle and Brian all came together and thought of your brainchild, Racket Nation. What were the challenges that you guys faced when you tried to kind of fly Racket Nation off the ground first?
Well, right now it's only been a few months, so we haven't seen too many challenges, with the exception of the stress of preparing the Pro-Am Celebrity. tournaments. But other than that, our plan seems to be going fine. We have, we're looking into the lots to be able to build the academies. We have the investors that are interested. I think once that starts to kick off into the plan of building, that's when our challenges will be. Because I think at the end of the day, when we start, setting up the tournaments and getting the accreditation requirements, I think that'll be, that has a natural path.
Now, you did mention, Ralph, just a few seconds ago that you guys, well, your vision really for Racket Nation is to really gather the top of the top here in the Philippines, tennis players, So, but in order to get that, obviously you guys are gonna have to roll out a lot of tournaments, not only here in Metro Manila, but all across the Philippines. Is that part of your blueprint plan? To travel to different regions and provinces and put up tournaments there to find, like the best talent in tennis?
I think we'll do the tournaments in Manila. The traveling we'll do is actually for scouting.
Okay.
So we'll scout for the elite coaches that are focused on really uplifting the junior game. And then at the same time, we'll go to the provinces to choose the top juniors and the best juniors. From what I understand now, and I'm not sure if this is accurate, the sponsorship for the juniors are usually provided, from the top 3.
Right.
And I think we want to capture more than that. We want to get the top 4 to 20 if we can, if budget permits.
I love that. Okay, Ralph, looking at the bigger picture in tennis, what is your hope for Philippine tennis?
Oh, that we put someone in the top 10. Women, men, not just doubles.
WTP, ATP.
Exactly.
We're going that level already.
That's a vision. Hopefully, my kids' generation, their generation, before, at least before I'm not walking and playing tennis anymore, I'd like to see that happen. And I believe it's possible.
It is possible because, again, like what you said, we have amazing talent here in the Philippines, but that we just don't give much exposure to. And I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to come up with under Racket Nation the next few months. So good luck with that. And again, thank you so much, Ralph, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Hey.